What is up, y'all? I'm pretty hype. Today's my Friday, so I just finished my work week. It was a good little weeknight at the restaurant, good value, guests, good people, good times, nothing to complain about. I did tell someone, I walked up to a table and I said, can I get anyone to drink? And I just didn't skip a beat, and they all kind of paused for a minute. We just mowed over it. So it was fine. But yeah, we're here now. We lived through it. It did not kill us. It made me stronger. So we're here to talk about our alchemy reading for the week. So our midweek reading has been really awesome recently. I've been using the Wild Unknown archetypes for Monday and clarifying with tarot. And then that gives us like our weekly lessons. And then we hone in on those lessons in the process, right? With alchemy, the Wild Unknown alchemy deck. And then we clarify with tarot cards. So it's been really amazing. I have been reading from the booklet after I give you guys my overview, just so we can like get really intimate with these cards, because it's a new deck for me. And I've kind of been doing it with the archetypes too, because I feel a lot of times there's little oracles within oracles, just with the way that Kim Kranz writes. So sometimes I feel that the booklet message is relevant. So I've been including it recently. But yeah, so this whole week has been really like the feeling of blossoming and like blooming summer. The weekly energy forecast hinted at like a positive shift in energy this week. It kind of continued in and along that theme with our anchor message for Monday, which had to do with realizing major truths and having moments of like deep self-realization and epiphany, and being able to like see this and see your patterns and start really like bypassing or like walking around the hole, right? Instead of falling in the pothole, it's like we're like, oh, there's the pothole. Oh my God, I can just go around if I want to. So we've been really seeing our patterns like we've never had. And it's really amazing. I think we're going along at a healthy click, y'all, because the universe has really given us a very nice and warm and encouraging message for middle of the week. So we got breath, which I think these cards are just gorgeous. Gold came up again, the Alchemist's gold. And oh my goodness, hold on to your seats. Look at how pretty this is. Splendor. Sun's splendor, or splendor solace. Amazing. So gorgeous. And then underneath breathe or breath, we got Knight of Wands. Fiery energies, very fiery energies. Y'all, hold on. Underneath gold, we got the sun. And underneath sun's splendor, we got the Hierophant in reverse. So very fun things. Okay, so overall, I mean, it's like the alchemist right now would be building a slow heat by blowing breath into embers and getting a good smolder and getting a good stable heat going. And this would be melting down the materials, maybe, creating a boiling effect, creating steam in some way. But either way, it takes that breath to stoke that fire. Underneath the breath, we've got Knight of Wands. And so it's like this energy this week is all about like this slow burn in this reawakening of self. And all of a sudden it's like we're coming online and we're awakening and we're having like this shift in energy and a shift in clarity, and we're feeling motivated and inspired. And it's taken a while, like the defibrillators have been trying to get us out of this like spiritual death and rebirth cycle for a minute. And I feel like right now it's like, boom, July has come. The summer solstice has passed, and it's like we are in like the season of the sun and fire and passion and excitement and life force and vitality. So we will read the booklet about breath. It also talks about breathing. We need to sit with our breath and meditate this week. I actually did get a chance to meditate today, but that was part of our Oracle manifestation reading yesterday. It was talking about taking time out for contemplation, to sit, to breathe, to be with the breath. You know, when we inhale, we're breathing in the light. We're breathing in pure gift, pure life force. And as we exhale, we're returning that, and it gets recycled back into, you know, into nature, into earth, just like everything else. But it's this demonstration of giving and receiving, of surrender and trust in the universe, and being able to let go and just allow something to happen without your control, right? It's involuntary, it's natural, it has a rhythm, breath. That rhythm, that stability, that slow, steady air feeds that fire, right? And gets that energy going. Now, the Knight of Wands is like, wow, ready to jump through hoops to like get your dreams going and get your goals and go after what it is that your heart's desire is getting stoked for right now. But the only pitfall here is that the Knight of Wands can be a little bit of like shiny object syndrome and get a little distracted. In a romantic sense, sometimes the Knight of Wands can have like a little bit of like player energy or whatever. But yeah, so I think it's just about like honing in that intention. Don't waste all of your energies, but like really hone them in on what is bringing you the most splendor, the most fulfillment right now. What's really what you really value to like set you off on this next chapter. Yeah, I think it's really, really positive. And so our transformation, all of the work that we've been doing to have this up level is actually like taking root. It's actually happening. Like the breath of the fire that we're burning is beginning to turn our lead into gold. This gold, this is the alchemist's gold. This is realization and wisdom and discernment, and not just that, but actually being able to put it into practice, embody it, and change from the inside out. And then because we have changed on a seed level, at a consciousness level, at a pure energetic level, foundationally speaking, the universe, the life that we're creating, the reality that we're creating now is going to have a different quality. It's going to have that golden quality because we've done the transformation on the inside. And so we're attaining that alchemist gold, and it's amazing, and the universe is applauding us, and it's just like, keep going, breathe, steady on, keep calm, carry on, you know, don't do anything crazy, don't flip out. But the sun is here, and the sun, if you have like a yes or no question, in the major arcana, the sun is the yes card. It's like confirmation, absolutely, joyful results, like positive, like success, fruition, abundance. This is the successful coming to the other side of the death and rebirth. This is being born again and going into a bright new future. The traditional art on the tarot card of the major arcana depicts a naked baby riding a white horse, riding away from a wall of all the barriers. And like the sunflowers are behind him, and the sunflowers follow the sun. They follow the light. And so being born anew, born again spiritually, we know to keep our focus on the light now. And that's what we're doing, and it's reinforcing this joy and this abundance. And the more joyful and like mirthful we are, the more abundance will come in. But yeah, this is very positive, blessed energy on whatever is going on right now. I'm very happy, like very like just all the vitality. which is echoed and emphasized in Sun's Splendor. The Sun's Splendor, if I had to describe it, is a combination of Ten of Cups and the Sun card that we just talked about. This is about radiance and fulfillment and things of like high value coming about, you know, precious gems from your experience. And putting them into a new experience, into a new day, into the promise of a brighter future, which is connected to the Hierophant in reverse. And so I will read the Hierophant in reverse out of Eileen Conley's because, you know, people have a lot of layers in their own interpretations as they develop their own language with their spirit guides and the tarot. However, for me, when I get the Hierophant reversed, I always go with Eileen Conley's interpretation because it's always true. That's always the impression that I get when it comes out, which has to, well, I'll just get it now. It's just right over here. Oh, look at that. Here it is. Fancy that. Okay. I was like starting to look for it really slowly and I forgot that I'm recording. Oh my God. Checked out. Okay. So the reverse. A keen sense of originality. One who is not afraid to undertake new ventures or explore and has an open mind. A free spirit glows within your soul. New adventures make you whole. The possibility of someone who will listen to new ideas, programs, etc. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Do what you feel is best. Go ahead and have the courage of your convictions. A new and refreshing vibration coming into your life. It can denote open-mindedness and a frank outlook on life. So I always take this as, you know, when I see the Hierophant reversed, and recently in my straightforward oracle deck, the bad advice card has come out a bunch. And to me, that card, I wrote that card based on the Hierophant reverse because the meaning behind my idea of this concept is that, yes, tradition, popular thought, cultural norms now, you know, people who are giving you popular advice, for instance, may sound good and right, and maybe it usually works in certain situations. But in this particular case, you have to sort of forge your own path, and there's not anything already laid out. You're in uncharted territory because in this situation, there's some aspect of you, it's very individualistic. And so traditional advice would only apply to a person who is traditional and wanting a situation to play out like, you know, traditionally. Like for instance, someone who wants a corporate job versus this reverse would be more of an entrepreneurial spirit. Someone who wants to do their own thing and create their own brand and do it their own way. So maybe there's something that, you know, about whatever situation or the next chapter of your life, just in general. I know for me, I'm like living in a state of Hierophant reverse 24/7. Like I'm always Hierophant reverse. So I totally get that. And even for me, as a person who knows that I'm like a tie-dyed sheep, I still try to follow traditional advice. And like, why? Maybe that's why, like, you know, things just like it doesn't work for me when I do that. I try and it just doesn't, it goes off sideways. So yeah, don't be afraid to just tune in to your own intuition, right? Because like, I mean, who says the world has a good head on their shoulders? Look at what's going on out there. I mean, things have gone to shit. Things have gone to shit. Oh my God, you guys, I embarrassed myself. This is what I did. My table were freaking Australians. And I was like loving their accents, and I was just getting lost in their accents as I was taking their order. And I love accents, and I like to do accents. And it was like a cute family. It was like a mother and father and like their teenagers, and their teenager daughter was asking me about something, and I started answering her in the accent. I was like, oh yeah, the hell of it. And I'm like, oh my God. No. Oh my God, I have Australian viewers. Nar. Oh my God. But yeah, so that happens. And then they kind of were like, what? And then I just went back to like my own accent, and then they were like, maybe it didn't happen. Maybe it didn't happen. That was a different table than the original. Can I get anything anyone to drink? Okay, here's breath. Inspiration, presence, life force. There is no more direct way to practice alchemy than to study pneuma. We all have access to the mystical phenomenon known as the breath. It occurs at every moment, gracing us with the gift of existence upon the physical plane. If alchemy, as is suggested in this book, is the merging of physical and mystical, then this card serves as our ever-reliant bridge. It is the magical within us, the expanding and generating life force that animates our life. This card may appear simple, but it is not. No matter how advanced you are in the studying of the breath, if you heed the message of this card, you will find it has more to teach. Bow to it at this very moment, and you will discover the work revitalizes itself. New space opens. Pneuma is your lifelong alchemical ally, stating its love with every inhale and exhale. Go deeper. Take one deep, full breath. To ponder, think about your first breath. It is no coincidence that nearly every spiritual and mystical lineage bows to the breath via observation of it, meditation, breath techniques, pranayama, and or chanting or song. When the pneuma card appears, it is a call to make room, to expand and soften the approach to the work. To expand and soften the approach to the work. The other cards I can read, I promise. The other cards present in the reading may benefit from more spaciousness too. So yeah, definitely, like when you're stoking a fire, you have to give the wood space, right? When you build, when you stack, you know, your kindling goes underneath and you need a little air in there. And you've got, your kindling is stacked, right? And like a teepee kind of thing, but you got your brush, but you need kind of air flowing through. And then when you start to stack your logs, it's like you've got to give them space to breathe. Okay, gold. Illumination, splendor, culmination. The alchemist's gold is no ordinary gold. It is not found in rings or coins or necklaces. It is a substance buried deep within, sometimes referred to as gold of the wise, philosophic gold, the ethereal stone, or the divine quintessence. Among countless other names, for our purposes we seek not the physical metal, but the mystical essence within each alchemist. How do we recognize it? It mimics qualities of the metal itself, soft and radiant, and its planetary counterpart, the sun, warm and bright. It's no wonder gold is associated with the heart. When this card arrives, there is something of incredible value at hand. It's marvelous and rare. Cherish it. Get to know its properties and its source. The gold card carries a distinct shadow. If mistaken for a purely physical material, it can lead to greed and excess, causing the alchemists to lose their way. Reverence is the key. Reverence and awe came up in one of our other readings this week. I can't remember whether it was our anchor message or the weekly energy forecast, but this has been a very building theme week. So if you haven't seen this week's videos, maybe you should binge watch them. Watch every minute and like them and comment and subscribe. Okay, to go deeper, read Robert Frost's poem, Nothing Gold Can Stay. To ponder every path as a noble path. Let's see. Your gold may be entirely different from someone else's. It is important for the alchemist to respect their own unique journey. Oh my God! Let's say that again. Your gold may be entirely different from someone else's. It is important for the alchemist to respect their own unique journey toward a righteous and resplendent goal. So respect your uniqueness. In some wisdom traditions, gold is seen as a nectar, a sap, a honey-like substance coming from trees, bees, and even the pineal gland. Open yourself to gold's infinite sources. Yes, in the Alchemy deck, the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, the splendor, the gold, the splendor is all about, the nectar, is the splendor, it's the fulfillment. Okay, which is leading us right into splendor solis, or sun splendor. Generosity, health, abundance. Revel in the glory of splendor solis. There are several cards in the Alchemy deck that relate to the sun, yet this card specifically depicts the long-term effects of its radiance. Think abundance, fulfillment, and altruism. Envision celebration and collaboration. But is it possible in our complex world? Sorry, I'm gonna start again because I went into a trance. Revel in the glory of the splendor of Solis. There are several cards in the Alchemy deck that relate to the sun, yet this card specifically depicts long-term effects of its radiance. It depicts the long-term effects of its radiance. So yeah, a lot of gold happening right now with the potential for long-term radiance, sustained fulfillment and abundance. Think abundance, fulfillment, and altruism. Envision celebration and collaboration. But is it possible in our complex world? The sun splendor says yes, one day and one ray at a time. When splendor solis arrives in the laboratory, the alchemist realizes that kindness and generosity are the secret ingredients. All other paths fall away. Through giving back to others and the world, we become more like the sun itself. Radiant light and expecting nothing in return. Don't know where to start? Think someone. Then think another person. Soon the alchemist finds they are not alone in their laboratory, and miracles arrive both small and large. To go deeper, look at the painting The Sun by Edvard Munch from 1909, and then to ponder the divine masculine energy. Scarcity often prevents us from feeling the sun's abundant splendor. Give freely today, give anonymously even, and take note of how you feel. The sun's splendor is a card that indicates long-term overarching success and health. Though it is practiced daily, it accumulates into an ongoing narrative for the querent. So yeah, overall, what stood out about that, the sun's solace, was abundance, fulfillment. This gold, the sun coming in, it's going to have long-term effects, long-term value. But it says take it one ray at a time. So yes, slow burn, right? Slow, steady breath into breathing life into your goals, into your projects, into whatnot. So yeah, no rush, right? It's just take it easy, in joy, and honor your unique path and your own unique journey. We all have different situations, different personalities, different balances within ourselves and lack of balance within ourselves. So everybody's journey is unique and different. And it's all going to feel different to each different person. So honor your uniqueness. Hierophant reversed. All right, y'all. I will see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday's romance reading. Until then, be good. Ciao.